Hello class, our presentation is on survey research, and in this presentation we will be informing you about what is a survey, ways to develop your own questionnaire, how to actually write survey questions, the different designs that a survey can be, as well as how to organize your own survey. Hopefully you'll learn something and you'll find it helpful for conducting your own surveys. Most of you are probably aware about what a survey is and have participated in one at some point in your life. We will define it here in case there is any confusion. A survey is defined as the collection of information from a sample of individuals through their responses. A survey is an efficient method for systematically collecting information from a broad spectrum of individuals and social settings. Surveys are a popular form of social research through their attractive features such as versatility, efficiency, and generalizability. Versatility is defined as the ability to ask respondents any topic. Efficiency is the ability to collect as many data as possible at a very low cost. Generalizability is the ability to sample from a small population up to a large population.
Questionnaires help survey researchers on achieving their research goals as part of the survey process is important. The three key principles that help on designing any questionnaire are main focus, which is a well-defined inquiry and defining a target population. The second is build on existing instruments, which is using the same measurements from previous surveys. And the third is consider translation, which is whether the survey should have one language or more.
If you are going to conduct your own survey, it's very important to consider these things about survey questions. Selecting the question is the biggest concern for survey researchers. It's not only about what you ask, but the way that you ask it. Questions can fall into two categories: those with clear, explicit response choices and those without. The questions can be open-minded, interpretive, or close-ended. The questions must be constructed clearly and meaningful for the respondents. If the question is not constructed clearly, the respondents may not understand it and then give faulty answers. Even the choices from a question should be selected carefully. The choices should connect with the topic, be easily understood for the respondents, and should not have any bias. Having bias in your survey question may lead to results that are inaccurate.
When it comes to survey designs, there are 5 basic designs that exist. The first one is a mailed survey that is conducted by mailing a questionnaire to respondents who then administer the survey themselves. The structure of this questionnaire is mostly structured. The principal drawback in using this method of survey administration is the difficulty maximizing the response rate we have to rely on people to voluntarily return the surveys. The second type of survey is a group survey, which is completed by individual respondents assembled in a group. The response rate is not usually a concern in surveys that are distributed and collecting in a group setting because most group members will participate. The only difficulty with this method is that assembling a group is seldom feasible because it requires a captive audience. This is considered a very popular method for conducting surveys in the United States because mostly everyone has a phone. The fourth type of survey is in-person survey. A comparison between this type and the others is the face-to-face social interaction between interviewer and respondent. In addition, this type of survey can be much longer than mailed or phone surveys because the questionnaire can be complex with both open-ended and closed-ended questions. The fifth type of survey is an electronic survey. This is a survey that is sent and answered by a computer either through email or on the internet. This has become useful for 2 reasons: growth in the fraction of the population using the internet and technological advances that make electronic survey design often done using the internet or email, which is easy.
If you're going to conduct a survey, it's important to know how to organize it to get the best and most accurate results from your respondents. The questionnaire can be sorted into different categories. If you choose to use a cover letter, it lets participants know what the survey is going to be used for, as well as informs them that their participation is completely voluntary and they can back out of it at any time. It's very important that the participant knows that they have no obligation to completing the survey if they do not wish to. Question ordering is important as well. The order that you put your questions can have an effect on the responses you get. It's important to make sure that a participant's answer to one question is not going to have any effect on the next question. Context effects are equally as important. If your survey has multiple questions, it's important to be mindful of the context effects. If your questions are about similar issues, it's important to have consistent phrasing instead of inconsistencies. Many people use a split ballot design when conducting their surveys. Using a split ballot design is when you divide the respondents into two or more groups and ask for the same information to each group, but use slightly different questions. This helps to eliminate any biased result.